Okay, so yesterday I bought I didn't buy it. It was sent to me in the mail. I have a subscription to the Hockey News, and they have their top 100 goaltenders of all time. Now, all time means they have Terry Sawchuk. What always makes me kind of laugh is that we'll always have our arguments amongst ourselves. Brodeur, Roy, Hasek, Brodeur, Roy, Hasek, and the guys who played before we watched the game don't get any consideration. I'm perfectly fine with, and I'm not going to go through everybody on the list. There's something other. There's a reason I did some madness with this. Sawchuk, Raw, Brodeur, Plant, Hasek, Hall, Dryden, Durnan, Hainsworth, Broda. I have no problem with that top 10 whatsoever. Turk Broda, George Hainsworth, Bill Durnan, Ken Dryden, Glenn Hall, Dominic Hasek, Jacques Plant, Marty Brodeur, Patrick Roy, and Terry Sawchuk. Now, why the madness? Because I wanted to see which teams get represented the most, and the answer is Toronto. 25 goaltenders from who played in Toronto at some point in their career are on this board. 21 from Boston, 21 from Chicago. See, so the original six has an inside track on getting the most in this, right? Boston, Montreal had that 21, then Chicago and the Rangers with 19, Detroit with 18, St. Louis and Washington have had 13, and the Islanders 11, none of which are Rick DiPietro. Some surprises in terms of who's in there. I was surprised to see Corey Schneider in the top 100, but what surprised me with Corey Schneider being in the top 100 is he's below Richard Brodeur. I always thought that Richard Brodeur, for all the hype he had with 82, I always thought his stats after that were. It's one of those situations where the Canucks were a bad team and he had some bad stats, so was he not as great, or was it the team, or what was it? But anyways, they've got him at 89, Bishop at 88. There were a lot of current goaltenders in here. Vasilevsky's not in here because, of course, he's not in here. He's only had a year to play. As a Canuck fan, of course, I was interested to see where Luongo comes in, and they have Luongo here at 29 ahead of Ed Jockman. Quick is at 32, so let the debate rage about that one. And Tim Thomas is down here waiting for Luongo to pump his tires, so Luongo is ahead of Thomas. So I don't know if Luongo is going to tweet Tim Thomas about how this came out or not. But it's an interesting list. I do recommend people pick it up if they can, the top 100 goalies, because there are a lot of guys in here that I could do videos on, absolutely. And I was glad to see some names in here that get forgotten. Cam Ward made the top 100. Kirk McLean's there. Reggie Lemelin as well. Don Beaupre. There's a lot of guys that I liked when I was a kid that I see their name on the list. And in the book as well, they have pictures of each goaltender, which means some fun masks, fun old jerseys in there as well, and some fun little tidbits about certain goalies as well. So watch for in the coming days. I can do videos on some, and we can talk about which goaltenders are in the Hall of Fame, which ones aren't, going through the top 100, which one's the highest one that's not in the Hall of Fame. And for Montreal fans, they'll be glad to know that Carey Price is listed at 27 on there. 27, 28, 29, 27, just behind Tom Barrasso. So there you go. He's listed at 27. Lundqvist is at 24, so Rangers fans should be happy with that. And honestly, again, I was surprised at two things. I was surprised at just how many names I saw of guys that I think get forgotten, which is part of the reason why I do videos about players that are journeymen or put people in my Hall of Fame that, don't get any attention anywhere. So watch for videos on certain guys and on certain aspects of the list. This is just a madness thing with the list. Each team a player played with. The goalie with the most teams is Sean Burke. New Jersey, Hartford technically, but I put the Carolina one up there. Vancouver, Philly, Florida, Arizona, Tampa, and of course LA at the end of his career. Teams that have had the least amount of top 100 goaltenders. Vegas, of course, has had one in Marc-Andre Fleury. Nashville's had two. Minnesota, two. Columbus, one. And Pittsburgh, only three, which is surprising. But only three for Pittsburgh. So there you go. If you're at all curious about it, don't worry. I will be doing further videos. But it is fun to look at this and do a madness board. This took me a while, and it might be why I have somewhat of a headache today. I honestly, it's probably what it is. But it also, if you're wondering, like, well, where's Vlad Tretiak? This is the top 100 NHL goaltenders. They also have an international goalies top 10. Tretiak's number 1 on that. They also have the top 10 female goalies of all time. I was glad to see a lot of names on the list I recognized. I was surprised Manon Rhéaume wasn't on there, actually, that she wasn't in the top 10. And I get it. I'm just surprised she wasn't in there. Because she brought attention to women's hockey on a whole other level when she tried out for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And again, I'm gonna be doing videos based on some parts of this list. And again, I know people are gonna be like, you should do your own top 100. There's yeah, okay. At some point, maybe, but for right now, I value my sanity, and it would be so hard for me to like just trying to figure out between just here's Don Edwards, here's Felix Potvin. Yeah, okay. I don't know how I would figure out between the two who I thought was better. I would lean towards Potvin, but you know, Edwards had a solid career too. So, anyways, there you go. Madness video. Just a quick thing on the Hockey News top 100 goalies of all time. If you can pick up an issue, if you can't, you should be able to get it through their website. I know it's I believe it's $10 Canadian on the newsstand. Not sure what it is in the States, but by all means check it out. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.